Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, Despair. In the last episode, we had something miraculous just happen, and someone that I cared for very deeply is back, somehow. But I did make an estimate that possibly that this went back to the first murder of Nagito, or what would have been the first murder of Nagito. However, Chiagi and Hajime did mention the bomb ruckus, so I don't think that's where it is. So I retract that. I don't know what's to come. Oh shit, forgot to lower my sensitivity. No one's out here. Okay, go to the lobby first. This is all fixed. Why? Okay, now go upstairs to the restaurant. Okay, so it is just a 6. Hey, you're late! Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her! She was the one who found it! I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster, and I found it when I stopped by the factory. Gundam's hamster, huh?
Listen well.
Hey, Gundam.
A coincidence, you say? Wrong. That is the will of causality, guiding you.
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. Why did I see Gundam there for a second? And why don't I see Chiaki with the rest of the group?
I wonder who's watching this message.
Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. Ended the way he hoped it would?
Damn it.
Why did I see Gundam and Chiaki, but I don't see them here? There's gotta be something on the fritz or something. Nagito was trying to kill everyone else except the traitor. Damn it. It was just as Monokuma said. So he really set up the traitor as the killer! And he even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Hey, welcome back, Ultimate Imposter. Enough of your useless talk. It appears there's still more. Yeah, they're not there. Is my mind just going fucking haywire or some shit? But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video,
How unfortunate.
and unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me.
Now then.
Let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. A special prize in the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised, I mean. That wasn't his voice. What the fuck was that? The Future Foundation's traitor must have been that truth all along. And so, I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. So I'm in a game by myself? But now that I know the truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is seriously pissing me off. Seriously pissing me off. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if you can actually decipher that. Hell? Something odd. Like, this is only Los happy. I don't know. This. Jeez. What a hopeless truth. What is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that?
Now then.
But that's everything reflecting on the. That's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is that message you found at Nezumi Castle.
Well,
Normally, you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. But since that message gets rid of those steps, you could think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monami. But that has nothing to do with me. You guys still think you're not gonna Adib or something? www. Stop it, don't stop! I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So then, I'll announce the password. 11037. I called it! Woohoo! That is the password that was written in Nezumi Castle. You have to use that to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
please call me
What the
the
fuck?
ultimate hope.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Because of you, we lost a friend. We could have just left with the password, right? This was Nagito's final message. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. Hey, Mahiru. Welcome back. There's no mistaking it. That's the password to enter that ancient ruin.
Hey,
You better hurry, I think. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right, let's go. Dude, why is it just us 5?
There's something wrong with you.
That bastard Nagito! He was screwed up to the very end! What was that praise me crap?
Of course not.
After all the crap he put us through, there's no way we'd ever do that! Akane.
alright!
And I'm so happy she's making it to the end! Alright! Looks like it's finally my turn! I'll punch Monokuma so hard he'll go flying around the world! As long as Coach Nekomaru and me are here, we won't lose. Just leave it to us! Wait, Coach?
Damn right.
Even she said Coach. Not Minimaru. Looks like the others have already left. We should go too. What? Are you scared now? You do have your eye patch though, so... of course not. Let's crush Monokuma's plan. You're right. There's nothing to worry about since everyone's here.
Easy as pie!
Now then, let us make haste to the ancient ruin. As long as we work together, we will not lose to Monokuma or anyone else. Sure. Laptop? To go to the trouble of preparing something like this, Nagito was unpredictable until the very end. Okay. Let's go outside. Now's not the time to relax. We need to hurry to the ancient ruin on the second island. I'm still in Chapter 5. This is the first time we've seen precipitation on this island. Snow. What island am I on? Apparently I'm on the second island. Also, I called it that it was gonna be Leon. Somehow, it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so There's no static effect this time. It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? Nekamaru, not Mekamaru.
There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right! It's our last chance to get inside! Who are you talking to? I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills.
Thanks.
If you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Dumbass.
Hey! Now's not the time to fuck around! Still the eye patch.
Master for you, Hiko.
It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together. The hell? Don't treat me like a kid! So even they are interacting with them. What's going on?
This is your leader's order.
Alright, Byakuya. I did see you before, I think. Believe that hope lies beyond the point. Also, no name difference. Still Byakuya. That is your leader's order. Okay. What was that?
I told her that you only understand piggy talk.
I said you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
The password, please.
Yeah, I know. Why do I only interact with them when we're talking? 11037, right?
It's gonna be fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future.
Hold on. If 5 was an important number, maybe I am right. Maybe that's why I never saw Hiro. Makoto, Byakuya, Kyoko, Hina. And who am I forgetting? Who was the Kyoko, Makoto, Hina. Oh, Byakuya and wait, hold on. Did I miss my hold on? Wait, hold on. Byakuya, Makoto, Kyoko, Hina, Hiro. Oh, and Toko. Yeah. So getting rid of Hiro, there should be 5, and that's the important number. There's no need for you to worry.
The only thing that's beyond this point is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future.
Okay, what's going on? And why was the code Leon? Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward. Now what? What the fuck is this?
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone go? Hmm? Everyone?
What? Something's wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... This world? What? Stage clear. And with that, Chapter 5, Smile at Hope in the Name of Despair, has come to an end. This really is a game. Abandon all hope. You have obtained the present gamer's backpack. Oh, it's a cat! That's what her backpack is. Oh, okay. I knew it was an animal. I knew that it was pink. I thought it was a rabbit, but yes, it was just a cat. Meow. Yeah, let's save our progress. Chapter 0. Heading to the school trip. What the flying fuck? Okay, if the sound of the rocking boat could be a little bit quieter, I wouldn't mind it. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. Did I just guess that right? From side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well. But for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun. So I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. Ah, how boring. Okay, is Nagito talking to me? Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. You look like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships? That's right. That's it. So this is a ship. So you just realized that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, get her to talk a little. The silence was starting to bore me. Instantly I saw his true character. An overfamiliar attitude, a friendly smile. But under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor. Like some kind of putrid smile. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you too. I'm Nagito Komaeda. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me. So to share a room with a person like that... Yep. I'm definitely lucky.
Lucky? So that's your talent then. What a boring talent.
A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly.
It's because I have luck as well.
Huh?
Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. This is Makoto! This is Makoto!
Possess? Huh? I'm starting to get real interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope's Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us? Ah, but that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here?
How boring.
Sorry. I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation.
Not you. This world. Oh, this is Junko then.
Huh?
This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they knew they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They're profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring.
Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Perhaps. Does that have anything to do with the reason you're here?
Boring people that make no contributions to the world. Not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed.
Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right?
Listen well. Using people is a talent, too. It is now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past.
That person? Are you talking about the ultimate despair?
Maybe this is Makoto getting his revenge on Junko. Maybe, I don't know.
But how? I mean, they're already...
I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me. Even now, it rests in my pocket.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you.
Red nails! The white hair! And the irises are the same.
Then, will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much?
So Chiaki was Makoto? Junko was getting revenge on Chiaki, who was Makoto? Or Chiaki was Kyoko? Oh, that's who Junko wanted to get rid of before. And now there's only 5 of us left. Huh.
The person I hate so much?
Hate? Then explain your hand.
This?
The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Is that attached?
Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I have successfully become one with the ultimate despair. My sworn enemy.
This is Makoto. I'm dancing through so many things that I don't know which way it's going. I see. So you salvaged your body. The body. You really are a boring person.
I don't want you to misunderstand. I see her as my enemy, you know. Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that, Wait, huh? Do I hate her? Huh. That's strange. Huh? Look out the window. We're finally here.
Approaching the island.
You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's gonna happen on that island once we get there.
What's going to happen?
I can already predict
What will happen?
Huh?
I already know. Because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead.
Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again?
There is no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you're boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your existence is boring to me.
You really don't play along, do you?
That rocking of the ship lasted that entire section. And Chapter 0 has come to an end. Interesting. Huh?
What is this?
We're back to here. It's a door. There's a door. And I'm back to being Hajime. So who the fuck was I before in Chapter 0? There's a door. Huh? A door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Back to this classroom. Huh? Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? Also, there's a camera in here. I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then... why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before. When we were all gathered in that classroom. Just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But... where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? No, we went through the door, right? Of the school?
Ahem, ahem. Testing, testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system.
This is the same look as the first game. So now we're back in here? We definitely are,
Am
right?
I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all.
Graduation exam? The fuck is that?
So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy." But why would this place be Hope's Peak Academy? And not just that. What is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? Iron plates. Yeah. Okay. Look at everything. What is this? In a normal classroom, there'd be a window, but instead, there's this iron plate bolted here. When I tried knocking on it with my fist. Wait, were there windows in the first classroom when we were here, or were they plated on as well? I don't remember. Looks like it's a pretty thick iron plate. Is this to keep us trapped? What the heck? This place where iron plates are covering the windows inside the classrooms. Is it really Hope's Peak Academy? Yep, it was set up by the students. Surveillance camera. This is a surveillance camera. Why would there be a surveillance camera inside the school? I wonder. Does this have the same purpose as the surveillance cameras on Jabberwock Island? Wait a minute. I made a guess that there was a chance that this all happened before the first game. I made that, and because Byakuya wasn't Byakuya, is there a chance that this is something? I don't know. Does it have the same purpose as the surveillance cameras on Jabberwock Island? If so, who's watching us? Is it whoever's controlling Monokuma? Alright, clock. This clock doesn't have any hands. A clock without hands is meaningless. Why would something like this be in a classroom? Is this... Actually, no. No. Because there was a whole book about the previous people from the first game, so no, that's not right. So then why does everything look clean and new? Does this monitor serve the same purpose as the monitors on the island? If so, this would be under Monokuma's supervision, right? Is this place really Hope's Peak Academy? Damn it, what's going on? There's more. Oh, what the fuck? Weird digital shit. Okay. Let's go out the door then. Yeah. Old building, first floor. Yep, we're in here, alright. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely wait, what did that say? I don't know. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope's Peak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope's Peak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us. It's like a fun house. That's right. That's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go. And definitely clear things up. I can't access the Despair Hotel. Can't access Classroom 1B. I woke up in the same classroom as Makoto. And all by myself, too. Can't access there. The Eye of Horus was somewhere else as well. The AV room's closed. School store is closed. The exit. The nurse. My guess is because these weren't like the other room. My guess is that these are gonna open up eventually. Be unlocked. So this final... Finally a bit of color, at least. It's different. Nothing. Okay. The gymnasium is here, right? I would guess so with the letters above, but oh well. Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so, I brace myself and cautiously open the door. Seriously, what is this part about? And with that, Chapter 6. This is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. Starts. Not even daily life, just Chapter 6 starts. It's a bit like the last one, too. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. Well, everything hasn't been touched here. It was a normal gymnasium.
Damn right.
Yo, Hajime!
Yo,
You heard the announcement and came here, too. You guys did, too, right?
What's going on?
Hey, what do you make of all this? Monokuma said this place was Hope's Peak Academy or something.
that is...
That cannot be possible.
You're right. Any way you look at it, it's impossible.
Hello? How does it feel to return to the long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy?
It feels odd to be as the player.
You. Hey, where are we? Where'd you lock us up this time?
What a shock! I just told you guys this is Hope's Peak Academy!
Of course not.
There's no way in hell that's true.
No.
Oh, but it is! I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway.
What's left of it?
What?
Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell into ruin.
You were serious about that?
I don't believe it.
But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things they were deserved to be ruined for.
What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to Hope's Peak Academy. And you don't feel surprised or nostalgic?
Fine.
Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now.
Someone?
Enough with this bullshit. Just spit it out already. Where'd you take us, you bastard?
Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and...
In other words,
It means I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin.
So this entire escape is just in between there.
What do you mean between?
Hey.
What do you mean made?
what's this?
Oh my! Are your minds getting grumblies with all the knowledge can satisfy? Good. Very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment.
Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way.
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam.
And then, what is this graduation exam?
Well, as a headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate.
Are you sure?
But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So,
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here.
Huh?
We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here. This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
no.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet.
Are the other 6 coming?
Main cast?
Hey,
Meaning, you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives.
The guest of honor? single. Okay.
So enough complaining already! Hurry up and start researching the outside world!
What do you mean?
I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think that this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So, please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip.
And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, it was still the same as usual.
But what is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey!
Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How do we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There is no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island.
I said I wanted to go back! I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this!
What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on this island. So now, is it important for us to have been here, or would it have been better for Chiaki alone to have been here? This building is really Hope's Peak Academy?
Oh, excuse me.
This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on?
Damn it. Why is this happening? Why?
I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I
Wanted to become Hope? If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born in this world, you either have that, or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who had never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a nobody. That's all.
If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this?
Hajime, did something happen?
Huh?
Hey, bastard!
Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it!
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey!
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right?
If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Even though Chiaki and Monomi are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit. Which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So, they're not World Ender? Then we really were tricked by Monokuma.
However...
The Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monomi never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even if they're our allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own.
Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No. Even her just being with us would have been a big help.
So, what should we do?
Damn it.
Well, that's obvious. We're gonna get out of here safely. We have to do that graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been?
All right.
I'm gonna do it!
Prepare yourself.
Like,
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something. About Hope Speak Academy. About ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine! Hey! We can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, well, let's leave this island alive by any means.
Of course.
Hell yes. Okay, I still have a predicted future with her, though, so, you know. He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is. What's happened to Hope's Peak Academy? None of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But Monokuma should already know what that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey.
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? Do we have to investigate this weird-ass building?
even so.
I don't think we'll find the answer to all our questions inside this damn building. Well, I'm just gonna go on ahead for now.
Whoa!
Hey! You're already going?
Jeez.
What an idiot thinking running ahead without being cautious.
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
alright!
So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stopped at a green light, we'd never reach our goal.
Jeez.
Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then, let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow and left the gymnasium.
Oh my.
Miss Sonia!
Miss Sonia!
Please don't leave me! I'll be in danger if I'm left alone! Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed, and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more, and I'm going to end. And it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual, peaceful, everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Time to investigate. Oh. Okay. Maybe there's not a lot of locations to look around at. 945. Interesting. I don't look at anything in here. Odd. Yeah, let's leave here for now. What? On the 5th floor? Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this is going to make me back down. Alright, there's a princess before me. And Kazuichi's gonna wonder where the fuck she went. Also, where am I gonna end up going for this? Hey, Sonia.
This hallway, there is a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me?
Whoa. Come on, do it again. I want to see if I can interact with it. Yeah, you can, depending on where you look. Cool! So 5C is closed off. Biolab is closed off. Pretty sure the dojo is where I have to go. Yeah, the dojo. This place is closed off. Huh. Interesting. So, everyone else is here? I saw something on the floor. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things to make me think that there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps this is a mistake to expect the inside of the building to make sense? Gotta look around for Monokumas. Interesting. Okay, a few things. Camera. First surveillance camera that... Surveillance camera? Why would there be a surveillance camera inside the school? I wonder. Does it have some purpose? The same purpose as the surveillance cameras on Jabberwock Island? If so, who's watching us? Is it whoever's controlling Monokuma? Locker. There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking wood block key sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue. Training dummy. There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. Cherry blossom tree. The cherry tree is proudly displaying its full blossoms. The falling petals add to the elegance of the scene. If Hiyoko and Peko were here, it would look truly picturesque. But for their sakes as well, I will definitely go home. I'll see if the cherry blossom tree does it again. This cherry blossom tree is in full bloom. It may be a tasteful sight to see a blooming cherry tree inside a dojo, but in this situation, it just looks bizarre. That target seems pretty far away. If the production team had had more time, there could have been a mini game here. Wait, what am I saying? Okay. Still on the lookout, because I didn't think that there would be a lot of areas, so I would think that every area that I visited would include something for the Monokuma figures. Does this monitor serve the same purpose as the monitors on the island? Monokuma supervision? Is it really Hope Speak Academy? Damn it, what's going on? Okay. Armor. Get your armor here! It's armor and a helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect a Japanese dojo? Okay. Okay, so the map is closed off, but I kind of wanted to see what my pet was doing, because I've been walking around a little bit. Okay, and finally, a book. This is a book of... A History of Hope Speak Academy. What's this? Manga for Morons by Monokuma. Is this a manga? The title is... Manga for Morons, A History of Hope Speak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious-looking title laying out in the open like this?
Let's start with history class. History first, class.
Hey!
I think my voice needs a break after this, unfortunately. Because I think I've put my voice through so much strain in the last 2 days. Because I'm trying... I'll be honest. I am in a
crunch time period right now because I'm trying to get something done ahead of time so I can get something in the future done fast as well. So, oh well.
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person.
So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I'm gonna take a peek, though? I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue of getting out of here. No matter what it is. Excuse me. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction of the Hope Speak Academy history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. Okay, on the cover. That's fine, at least it's not Monokuma. The story begins with an introduction to Hope Speak Academy. Hope Speak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of the alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope Speak Academy teachers who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope Speak Academy isn't just a school for talent. It is also a school of research for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope Speak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. Interesting. If this persists, the Academy believes that it will not be able to make progress with their research of the talent. So they decided to implement a new system. The Reserve Department. Ah, gotcha. So that's where they come into play. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope Speak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope Speak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope Speak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope Speak Academy, Hope Speak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius would become mankind's hope. Okay. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right. It was the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy. Hope Speak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Huh? The ending was so sudden. Like a manga that's suddenly canceled in the middle of its run, which is very sad. I have come across many a series that I have fallen in love with just to meet its untimely demise. And then there are reasons that they need to end, because maybe someone's a pedophile. That's actually happened. Maybe someone had an event where they got drunk and sexually harassed women, so they ended their manga, or this was in South Korea, so manhwa, themselves. Yeah. Oh well. Plus these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga. The tragedy of Hope Speak Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird.
Oh, you're here again.
Ah, the thing that's weird is you, of course.
Huh?
Hey,
Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So, I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that, too.
Also, I have been marked as the ultimate question marks. Wait a minute, was my memory... Was I... Were some of my memories from when I was in middle school? Or, no. The only way to attend Hope's Peak is if you're already in high school. So, were they my high school students from before? Or was I in the reserve group? And then it was discussed that I had a talent afterward, and everybody was getting pissed at me then.
Something like that, too.
What do you want me to say?
By the way... Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of the reserve course students.
I got it!
Or you willingly seal those memories yourself.
Huh?
You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened.
This is an actual phenomena that's been recorded in history.
It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though.
Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it!
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve course student.
Damn it! What the heck? Reserve department has been added to your truth bullets section of your handbook. Why am I obtaining truth bullets? For what reason am I receiving truth bullets? As far as I've known, only truth bullets are useful in trials. Why am I getting them now? F1 truth bullets. I only have the one. There's gotta be a Monokuma figure in here somewhere, right? Otherwise, not being able to access things after you leave would just be kind of stupid, right? Alright. Before anything else occurs, and because I need to give my voice a rest, I'm going to end this recording here. And I think I'm also going to give myself a day break in between, because a lot has happened. This is chapter 6, and I guarantee that this is probably going to be the end. I don't know if there's going to be an epilogue, though, so just have to wait and see what comes about. So, thank you so much for coming out and sticking with me thus far. If you have, who knows. But for now, I'm leaving you with one final message. In that being, have a nice day.